am at BEERMAGEDDON still, and I've got Stahlsarg. Is that how pronounce it right?
Yes, Stahlsarg, yes.
Stahlsarg. I caught some of your set on stage. Pretty powerful stuff.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, it was just you could see them all going in the audience
With the claw.
with the claw, and even the little girl at the front was going.
Yeah, even the little girl. Yeah.
She was loving it.
She's now the proud owner of my plectrum.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh.
Getting while they're young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good stuff. I really enjoyed it. It sounded really good out there.
I'm glad. Yeah, we had a blast on stage. It was good. You know, really hot, really intense. I got to pop my carcass a bit, you know, and do my moves. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. So, where did the name come from?
Well, it's German and it means steel coffin. Stahl, steel, coffin. And of course, if you're in a tank and it gets hit, that's pretty much your steel coffin.
And yeah. Oh. Yeah.
So, and it sounds good as well. As soon as you do the claw and squeeze the maximum orange, it's like Stahlsarg, and it's just like, oh my god, this is the band, you know.
Yeah.
So it does it for me.
It's very atmospheric, not just powerful, but atmospheric on the stage as well. I mean, to do it that performance during the day, I mean, at night when it's dark, it must be pretty good, but during the day, to pull that off is pretty good.
Well, you know, yeah, I was going to say I was a bit perturbed when the fact it's going to hang on. It's going to be daylight outside. This is not going to knock its full capacity. But to be honest, it made no difference. It was really good, and it's a pleasure to play for such enthusiastic metal fans. You know, whatever their age.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We could see them just through the smoke, just about.
I could just see my feet through the smoke,
and they could see us just about through the smoke.
Yeah. There was a bit of smoke, I must admit, at times.
Yeah,
a little bit.
But it worked.
Yes.
Worked really well. Unfortunately, they wouldn't allow us to use our own lights that we brought for some technical reason.
Oh, right,
so you had maybe a slightly less of a performance visually than we may have offered, but yeah, I think we still pulled it off really nicely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So after here, where are you guys playing next?
Next gig for us, we're doing a headline show in Reims in France.
Wow.
Yeah.
BEERMAGEDDON, Reims in France.
Then the day after that, we're doing a festival in Belgium called No Compromise Fest.
That's right.
So that's the next two gigs lined up. And considering this is our third UK gig, not bad. Considering the last gig we did was Sophie Lancaster stage at Bloodstock.
Oh, yes. And how did that feel, the crowd there as well? Because that can get quite intense.
We apparently, one of the comments, because everyone was saying, oh, you get a big old load of people if it's raining. Well, it wasn't raining, we got a big old load of people, so even better.
Even better.
Yeah, it just stopped raining about 15 minutes before we went on, wasn't it? And the clouds parted and the sun came out.
I mean, we did have a damn good crowd.
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
Good. And we videoed the whole set, so we're interested to see how that comes out, because they've got the pro camera crew there for all the other big bands, and if you pay them enough, they'll do it on the Sophie stage. So we did.
Excellent.
So yeah, it was really good. But I couldn't believe we actually got that show so early on in the band's career. Our first show was supporting Mayhem in London, and that came about just because Hellhammer wanted one of our shirts. He contacted us and we thought, oh, it's one of those fake profiles, it's just some idiot dick, you know, with a fake profile, you know. Thank God we didn't, you know, just ignore him, you know. So we did think, well, just it could be a chance, because some of his friends seem to be industry people, so maybe we'll send him a shirt, and we did. And they said, could you just please do us a selfie just for us to use on our page? Nothing for ages. He was off on South American tour,
right.
And then suddenly we got this. It was one of the guys, the singer from Enstella. I know him, and he contacted me. He says, "You'll never believe this, but there's a photo shoot been done with Mayhem, and he's wearing your shirt."
Oh.
So if you go and look at loads of magazines from South America right through to Terrorizer in the UK and German magazines, loads of them, and you can see Hellhammer, and whether he's got his shirt, he's got his military jackets on, you know, depending on how far apart he's in different shots they did, but you can definitely see it's our shirt.
Awesome.
And then when we played it in, well, what happened with them, we went back and said, oh my God, I can't believe you've done that, thank you very much, you know, so on and so forth. I see you playing London, we're going to come down, any chance, we could get on the bill? And he just sent us an email back, says, contact this guy, just forward this email through to him, it'll happen. And we got on the bill, just like that. It's like, oh my God, it's like, we're going to make a Hollywood movie about this band, it's like one of that feeling. It was really like, how can this happen like that?
Yeah.
First UK gig, supporting Mayhem, and we did. It was just like that. It was no problem at all. It wasn't like, just wow.
That's good.
And it was the same week that Simon Hall contacted me and said, I'd like to offer you a really good slot on the Sophie Lancaster stage, and then you're not allowed to say that you've been offered it, otherwise he'll throw you off. Yeah. So you have to stay in the house, and you can't go to the pub or see friends or anything. It's like you're bouncing off the walls with excitement,
What can we tell you?
Yeah. So that was the early part of the band's career. And here we are, gig 3 of the UK. We did the first 3 gigs we did was we did the very first gig. I know promoted in Europe, and he put us on in Ghent through someone, and then the following night we played a place called Houtridge in the southern part of Belgium, just heading towards France. Another promoter saw us there, who's actually putting us on at this festival we're playing.
Right.
So second gig, and another promoter just seen us and said, oh, I want to put you guys on. So that's a good result.
And third gig was
Paris.
Straight down to Paris.
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
Third gig
Gay
in
Paris.
Yeah. Just quite close to the Notre Dame.
One. Of which I saw nothing. Too busy sitting on the gear, etc.
You haven't got the hump, have you?
No, not at all, sir.
You see, we're different off stage to what we are on. We're not like those.
Well, I don't mind.
Well, I was in change, hang on.
Yeah. Well,
I don't like fun.
all hail to the ale.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right, where were we going?
digress.
Oh, recording wise.
Yeah, we're recording with Grindstone Studios, and it's a studio that's owned and managed by Scott Atkins, and he's the guitarist from Stamping Ground.
Right.
Right? And he learned the ropes of recording with Andy Sneap, who's
From hell.
very, very big,
Yeah.
in the industry of recording everybody.
Yeah.
And Scott's helped Andy at the studio on lots of good bands. He's done lots of Cradle recordings, Cradle of Filth. He helped doing all Nurgle's vocals for the Evangelion album. He worked on the new Amon Amarth album. And then he works...
Silosis.
Yeah.
So he's a big noise.
Yeah. But
And I was playing his old guitar today. He'll be pleased about that, because since he chucked it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I was helping him move recently, and he says, oh, just chuck that guitar in the skip. And I was like, no way, it's not going in the skip, it's going in the back of my van right now.
Yeah.
And then slowly it sort of moves through the band, and now he's got it. So he's now the proud owner of an ex-Stamping Ground, Scott Atkins.
Original Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
When Scott
Thank you very
sees
much,
that,
Scott.
when he sees it next to him, he'll be like, what the? I want my guitar back.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Oh dear.
Brilliant. So when...
So, yeah, sorry, we're recording with Scott.
Yeah.
We aren't with a label at the moment. We've spoken to a couple, but we're not chasing, because we're just like, well, we're having such a good time doing gigs and stuff, and we know that it's the recording process, we're not going to rush through it. We're finding some of the songs we're developing in a live environment, so it's like when you take them on stage, there's bits of it you think, wow, the way it worked on stage live, I want to capture that in the studio. So things like that are important to us, and I think Scott understands us as a band now.
Yeah.
First song I took in there was the song we ended with today.
Yes, yeah.
And when I took that in and started recording that with him, he was like, your songs are really long, and like, what are you doing, Didn't get it at all. But when you see it work in a live environment,
Yeah.
Everyone goes, wow, this is a great song, and how the hook comes in once, then you put it in at the end, and then everyone gets it, So I think it's just learning each other's ground, you know, and now he knows how the band is. He's actually helping develop us in, I suppose, with our music as well. You know, he's a proper producer as opposed to just a guy that turns the tape machine on and puts it together. He's, well, what about this from a songwriting point of view? So it's really, really good working with Scott. So
he puts you through the mangle, doesn't he?
Yeah,
but in a really nice way.
Yeah.
It brings the best out of you as he flattens you through the mangle.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, we're going to do that. How many BPM? What do you mean? My album's going to go that fast? What the? You know? And he says, I can't play that. He says, give me the guitar, I'll see if I can do it. And he's like, oh Christ, I can't do that, you know?
So yeah, good times ahead.
Yeah. But no, he's great to work with. Absolutely superb.
As I say, it's good to have that professionalism, sort of like, it's almost like a tutor.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Feeding off lyrics.
Yeah.
It brings the best out of you as well. Even though you don't feel like it at the time, when you want to shove the guitar through the window, you know, and everything like that. But it works, because the proof of the pudding's in the recording, of which it was Black Valhalla, which is up. And indeed Frostbite Division.
Frostbite,
our first song of the set today.
Yeah.
They're both up on YouTube. You can see the video too.
Both of those with Scott already.
Yeah.
And we'll slowly work through the rest of the material and record it all, and then we'll start knocking more heavily on doors of labels and stuff.
So yeah.
And then again, the other band, the German band that here today, the Tottingesflüster, how they pronounce themselves. Well, they just press their own CDs, and they don't want to be with a label, and the modern way how bands are, and there's a lot to be said for it, because the big labels now are all sort of so reluctant to give any money at all. You know, particularly for black metal bands and things like that, black death metal. It's just like there's no real money being offered around. So if you've already done your recording, it's like, well, why am I going to give all this away when I could? Well, they just sold the first 500. They pressed 500 and they sold them out just like that. Yeah. And their first gig is tonight.
Yeah.
You know, now that's phenomenal.
Food for
Good
thought.
on them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good on you guys.
The industry took the kick when obviously the collapse of Roadrunner Records, one of the biggest labels going to the web.
Yeah.
And everyone in the industry just sort of, it was like a wake-up call. Like bands going, you know what, we are going to have to start doing this ourselves, we're going to have to start doing this, we have to do the sacrifice on production, and when it comes to producing like the CDs and stuff, we might be best doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
Rather than giving the money.
And also through a lot of minor independent labels, like it used to be, coming up again. And so
it's like it's all burnt out, but no, it just seems like it just makes all these new little ones start up again, like in an indie way, which makes it more interesting.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Makes the scene more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Well, that's how a lot of these big labels started in the first place.
Yeah. I mean,
Roadrunner,
Nuclear Blast.
They were very small from Holland, weren't they?
Yeah.
Dutch label.
Yeah.
Very, very tiny and independent.
Yeah, Nuclear Blast. Everyone wants to be on them, don't they? They seem to be the label.
They are the most sought after label to.
So we'll get it sorted out. Nuclear Blast first, and then we're gonna be at Wacken. It's all planned out, mate. It's all written in my diary and everything, so don't let me down.
That's your wish list.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your wish list?
What do you mean you're not signing us? We're armed and we're dangerous.
Yeah. Superb.
And how would you like to see your album when it comes out? Do you want to see it on download, CD, vinyl and cassette?
To be honest, I mean, you can't argue with the amount of sales that get generated through downloads now, whether it be from iTunes or the one some like Music B, or anyone to do the FLAC like real audio file sort of downloads as well. But people like hard copy still, you know. I know I work in a record shop, you know. People say the CD industry is dead, but we still seem to sell a hell of a lot of them. So people do like the hard copy. Would be nice, you know, if the bank manager can stretch to it, if we could, could do a limited vinyl pressing, because vinyl's coming back in a big way.
Absolutely.
Vinyl, vinyl.
Tesco's are now selling the old turntable record players again.
Was the Valley ones, or are they blue and white striped? They don't come with a needle or anything.
But evidently they've seen the market in it, and they're cutting it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, it's growing here, but it's, to be honest, half of it is new kids getting into vinyl because they something that their parents had or whatever, or even grandparents had, and it's a novelty for them. But they'll buy into it too.
Yeah.
And for the rest of us, well, it's nostalgia, isn't it? You know.
Then they're going on to the HD high quality version. You know, suits like Neil Young with his Pono thing or Pono.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The Toblerone.
Yeah, the Toblerone shaped thing. Yeah.
But yeah, basically we'll get it out there somehow.
Yeah.
Wherever. Yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
And we're free to to have it nicked exactly the same as the rest of them.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've no qualms about it being nicked because it's like, well, if it doesn't get nicked, then no one's going to hear it at all, are they? So we'll see what happens. But personally, I would like those A5 digipack things, the ones with a book. Like Bursman with philosophy. Yeah, I quite like that. The A5 books. It looks a bit more. I don't like jewel cases. One thing, and all the little teeth. I was like, what the hell? I used to go and see my dentist. This bloody jewel case.
Oh, Craig, you're so picky.
Yeah, but yeah, and I like the way the matte paper and the thick paper in those A5s.
So digipack, yeah.
Yeah, digipack.
Okay.
I think
So you heard it here first, then, yeah.
Nice digipack.
Yeah.
Give the customer something that's
expensive,
touchy-feely. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Tactile, I think is the word, isn't it? Tactile.
Good word.
There was a band a couple of years ago. Instead of releasing their album on CD, they put onto a USB memory stick.
Yes, Hadouken did it. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Bloody good idea.
It was.
So if you don't like the album, you can just format it. You got a memory stick. So yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But the book's really tiny.
All right. What about a memory stick in a digipack?
When you read this.
Memory stick in a digipack.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the way of doing it, I suppose. If you, a big film company approached you and said, we'd like you to write a song for one of our films, what sort of film would you like to write for?
I think a rom-com, I think. Yeah. That's going to be a war film, isn't it, to be honest? It's good.
There's a film that's being made, and I actually have contacted them already. And the film's called Panzer 88.
Right.
And I think he keeps dragging his heels on sort of, nothing new on my bloody film. But I've spoken to him a couple of times, and the film's called Panzer 88. It's perfect for us. It's like a German tank, Eastern Front sort of area, snow and all that grimness of World War II. But it's also got a monster in it, so it's like a bit like The Keep or the film Alien.
Yes,
So if you imagine Alien with Nazis and all that, Dead Snow and those films like that, they're so popular these days, and I think it's we take ourselves serious on stage, but we're not so serious off stage, and I think something like that where it's a bit sci-fi, but a bit with the World War II, I think that would work really, really well. And
that would be, it's very apposite. So
yeah.
Panzer 88 is, and
we need to harass them.
Yeah.
You aren't going to release this film unless we're on your film.
See, what you need to do is get a tank and have your pictures taken with them.
Yeah.
And say, look how good we look with this tank.
Do you reckon they let us into Bovington like this?
You don't tell them. Quickly,
there's plenty of. There's a reenacting group in the UK that specialise in the SS stuff, and they have the Panzer Division as well.
Rush Deutschland.
Yeah. Be some excellent photographs for you guys.
Tap them up.
Yeah, I'm familiar with their website and stuff, and I'm familiar with that stuff. It's like what we live, sleep, breathe. I mean, even a wedding anniversary. We're off to Berlin. We're going inside one of the flak towers, me and my wife, for a wedding anniversary. Yeah, rock on. I mean, thank goodness the Soviets didn't blow them all up. But you can go in there, and pay for a ticket and stuff, and there's a company called Berliner Unterwelten, and it's all the underground places.
Yeah.
And we went in, first time we went, the singer of the band, the bass player of the band, myself, my wife, went there, and went in, it was one of the shelters from the bombing.
Right.
And we went in there all together, and it was quite pleasant because it had been snowing like crazy outside. We went in winter, it was freaking freezing in Berlin, Reichstag and all that. Bloody hell, But went in the bunker, bunker tour. One of the rooms, probably about the size of this room, and they knew that they would end up losing all power because of the bombing in Berlin. So they painted the interior of the room for the people who are actually managing and looking after the people inside the bunker in a luminescent paint. So when they turned all the lights off when we were in there, you could still see everyone in the room.
Wow.
And then one of the guys used a flash gun, said stand up there and do a funny shape with your body, and someone flashed the flash gun at a person, and when they moved out of the way you could see their shadow, but everything was glowing, but their shadow was still there, that looked fantastic. So that was the first time round. We've been there a number of times. Yeah. So we're off there, and the flak towers, they used to hold 15,000 people. They had 3 of them. Sort of, there's one in, it was 2 in the Tiergarten Park here, one by the zoo, and this third one was the one where all the railway tracks are, and they didn't blow that one up because of the infrastructure, all the railways coming in to Berlin. So the Soviets blew off one half of it, and then used all that rubble to landscape it, to try and make a big hill around it. And one side of it now, they use it for rock climbing, and with all the ropes and everything else. But you can go inside it, and they'll give you the miner's hat with a little light on. You've got a flat. Well, it stays about 7 degrees or something all year round. And in the winter, you can't go in there because it's for bats for breeding in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
I
we're off there in September.
Have you got off that idea?
Yeah. I don't do bats, unfortunately.
Yeah. We're not a gothic band, are we?
No. I'm right out of hairspray.
Tie dye and all that sort of cobwebby stuff.
But yeah, it's great gigs coming up. Looking forward to going back across the channel again. It's always nice to have a jaunt across to see our Belgian and French cousins.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's and we're back in Rheims again. Sorry, aren't we? For Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a club night,
Should be
and
good.
we're the only band playing. So it's just DJs doing
So no
metal,
pressure then.
sort of everyone dressed up and everything else, but they wanted a band on and they wanted us.
Oh,
Result.
really, really good.
Yeah. So that's gonna be like party.
Yeah.
Cool.
I always ask a random question.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Marmite, love it or hate it?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Have you got something to try it?
You never tried Marmite?
I must have done at some point. But
It's a beef egg.
yeah, beef extract. Well, I like beef. I like all that dripping stuff when the beef's all. No vegetarians around here. It's like.
Well, it must have been. You must be the only person in the whole world that can't answer that question because you've never had it.
What? Well, I've had beef extract and beef dripping off beef.
It's not quite the same, is it?
No.
No.
It's a bit Marmite, really. You either love it or you hate it. So.
Yeah.
You'll have to. That's what you have to do. You'll have to get a jar and try them on it.
I will.
Yeah.
Treat him to a jar of Marmite.
Yeah. Marmite with cheese on toast.
Absolutely. It's one of the. This
You can get bacon spread now, can't you?
Can you?
They've got it in Tesco's.
If I like the sound of that, I'll stick with Marmite. Thank you very much.
Bacon spread.
You can get maple and bacon flavoured popcorn, I understand. As well.
Oh my good God! Really? Oh, really? I thought there's only
Have you ever put bacon? Do your toast, put your peanut butter on it, then put bacon on top.
You know what? This is all getting very. This is all getting very bizarre.
Peanut butter and bacon all at the same time. It's like.
Right.
So yes, I love it, my dear.
I was going to say.
Lovely.
Wait, what about yourself to make up?
Love it.
So, well, that's
just not
Marmite's a
right.
winner.
There should be one person in the room that doesn't like it.
Well, he doesn't know.
3 likes and 1 not sure. But I like meat, and I like beef dripping, and I like all that stuff.
Okay, so 4 for more at 4.
Years ago, they used to just put the bread in the pan, didn't they? After all the cooking,
Yeah.
in the wall and stuff. You used to spread all the lard and stuff. Lard on bread.
They did.
Good.
Yeah.
I think you should do more of it now.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, right, guys, thank you so much for giving me some of your time.
No, you're welcome.
And I'll let you go and party with everybody else, drinking.
Lots of drinking.
A lot of drinking,
Yeah.
and have a really good time for
Thank
this
you.
evening.
Thank you
and I
very
must say, I really did enjoy your set.
We aim to please.
Excellent. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.